Hey everyone, thanks for stopping by the channel. So as the title points out, this video is going to cover the footage that I shot over 4 days when myself, my son, and 2 of his buddies, we took little Lifan-powered Hondas and we rode around Lake Michigan. Now, before the video starts playing out, I want to come on and just give a few thank yous. First of all, to Brock, Isaac, and Jake. Fellas, I had a tremendous time. I certainly hope that the video shows the people who are watching it how good of a time we actually did have. You guys were just a joy to ride with, and I enjoyed every single second of the trip. The other thank you needs to go to our significant others, wives, girlfriends, whatever. So thank you for allowing us to take a few days, have a boys' weekend or whatever, and enjoy our time together. So we appreciate you doing that for us also. Now, this video is only going to cover what I took like during the ride. I'm going to come back and do some other videos where we actually go over the bikes, kind of talk about each one, what went wrong, what went right. And then there'll be another video maybe where we talk about the accessories that we added to the bikes or that we took along for the ride. Did they work? Did they not work? Those sorts of things. So there'll be a couple other videos associated with this trip, but this particular video is just going to be the interactions and the footage that I took during the ride. I don't want to give any spoilers away at the beginning here because I want you to see it, but I'm going to come back on at the end of this video and kind of fill in some of the blanks of some things that maybe I didn't catch on video or whatever, and just kind of give you a little bit more information at the end. So enjoy. We look forward to hearing your comments. You guys were awesome during the ride when I was posting the shorts, and you were full of comments, and we appreciated that. So anyway, let me quit talking, let you start watching, and I'll be back in a little bit at the end, and we'll go over some more. Hey everybody, welcome back to Minibike Mike's Garage. So unless you're completely new to the channel, you're aware of why I've got these bikes loaded up in the back of this truck. Myself, my son, and a couple of his buddies, we're taking these little Hondas outfitted with Lifan 125cc engines, and we are driving to Muskegon, Michigan, jumping on loading the bikes up on a ferry, taking a ferry across the lake to Milwaukee, Wisconsin, unloading, and tomorrow morning we start an adventure on these bikes and ride about 750 miles around Lake Michigan, ending back up in Muskegon, and it's going to be quite the trip. So this video, my hope is to give you all the highlights, the fun stuff to see. We'll have some ride video mixed in, but I'm really hoping to capture in this particular video that you're watching, all the neat stuff that we see, the crazy stuff that goes on during the trip, and less of just scenic. We may do another video down the road where it's a lot of the ride footage and as we're riding the bikes and the audio that goes along with that. But hope you enjoy. And I don't really know at this point what this video is going to have all included in it because we haven't made it yet, but I really hope you enjoy it, and I'll see you on the next one. Let's go. Are we pumped?
Oh, we're pumped.
We're pumped.
Unreal.
Guys are busy loading up all their gear. I'll be heading out here in a little bit. It just poured down rain here in Indianapolis, so
good sign. Get it out now.
Get it out of the way now. That's right. Not only do we have the bed of the truck packed, we've got 4 men and helmets and other gear packed inside the truck. We've got a mess. We're gonna be cramped for the next 4 days. All right, guys, you ready?
Let's do it.
All right, so I got Brock. This is my son Brock. Got J Bell.
Shouldn't we rotate?
Rotate.
Get the
How we
bikes.
rotate? Oh, well, you know, yeah. But then I forgot Isaac. We got Isaac back here, so don't forget everybody in there. All right, guys, it is 4:30 on Wednesday, and we are heading to Muskegon. So we'll let the video continue when we get there. See ya. All right, guys, first stop. We are a couple hours down the road. Gonna hit us up with some Arby's, get some dinner. Looks like everything is hanging in there.
The kids call it road beef.
Road beef, yeah. Wish I could have the phone playing, the conversation in the truck as we've been driving. It's this is a warning. You know, as this video progresses over the next few days, you're gonna hear some language that maybe you don't normally hear on my channel. I don't purposely make my channel kid-friendly, but this one's definitely not gonna be. Sorry about that. All right, what do you say, J Bell? What's first impression?
It's a sick bike.
Sick bike, you like it?
Cannot wait to ride 800 miles on this thing. That's a lot of freaking miles.
That's gonna be a lot of miles on that little bike.
It's fun though. It's got giddy up.
It does, yeah.
It'll as small as that little engine.
All right, people at the hotel already hate us. Well, good morning. It is, what time is it? 6:55 on Thursday morning. We're getting ready to head out to the, gonna go get some breakfast first, then we're gonna go over to the ferry. Actually had a decent night's sleep. Usually the first night I sleep in a different place, it doesn't really go that well, but I actually slept pretty well last night. And are we ready for this, Brock?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. What'd you tell me this morning when
Kids on Christmas.
Kids on Christmas?
I woke up at like 5 and was like, I think we're ready to go.
I think we both woke up probably hour and a half earlier than what we really needed to, but we're excited. We're all ready to hit the road. So we'll continue when the other guys get out here, and we'll go over and get some breakfast. Really?
I don't know.
I got a feeling you're just gonna be right there with them.
Buy your stuff,
I
yeah.
guess we'll find out, but I would.
Bikes are off the truck, and we are at the ferry. I've got to figure out where I have to pay for the parking for the truck, for the daily parking, and then we'll go get in line for the ferry.
We'll have to be on the road by 7-ish to make sure we're there like in time, and then after that we've got
You
we've
can
got
do a
the
little bit
whole
of
day
sway
to cover basically 4 to 5 hours of riding at the.
So we're doing 185 miles today, 200 tomorrow,
Yeah.
215 on Saturday, and 140 on Sunday or something like that.
Saturday's-
We're doing about 750 miles total.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So.
We'll see. We will see.
We will see. Well, now that I took a picture, I'll have to get on there and see how it went.
Yeah.
See if you guys are smiling.
Oh, you're gonna go check out my channel? Awesome.
I'm watching these smiles. I said I want to see if they're smiling like that at the end of the tour.
Awesome. Where are you from? Are you from local or?
Oh, Grand Rapids.
Oh, you're from Grand Rapids. Okay, all right,
Yeah.
awesome.
So yeah, for this first go we're.
So you've done this ferry before then?
Once,
Once,
about a
okay.
year ago. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. It was
Not too hard,
easy,
so-
easy going.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Guess that's what we're going on. Well, we're on the ferry. I think we're all tied down, ready to go. What do you guys say? Are we ready for this adventure?
Let's go.
How many times are we gonna say that? I guess we'll keep saying it until we actually get on the bikes.
It's a classic. Yeah, it's not going anywhere.
It's not going anywhere.
Here's the smooth seas, you know?
Goodbye, little red truck. We'll see you in 4 days. back at the house and where I live, we live on a 50-acre lake. I've got a pontoon boat that has a Mercury 9.9 horsepower engine on it. I think they're churning a little bit more than 9.9 horsepower with this thing. Wow, we just left the channel that goes from Muskegon Lake out into Lake Michigan. I thought we were churning some water earlier. Man, this thing is, I don't know how many horsepower this is. Wow. That is a lot of water. Wow. Alright, you guys may not be able to hear the thing I'm saying. Wow, this thing moves out. Got nothing. Until I put it in the ocean. Is this crazy or what?
This is nuts. This is crazy. Gotta get your sea legs.
Yeah, you do.
I gotta grab my camera.
Go get the camera. All right. Oh, yeah? Like I said, what time is it? It's about lunchtime. First catastrophe of the day. We're 22 or 23 miles in, and J-Bill's lost his luggage off the back.
Good call.
First fuel stop, we're 50 miles in. Just got off a road where we had a 55 mile an hour speed limit. We were doing about 59.1 as I think was our max. I was hugging the back end of J-Bill up here to keep up.
We're cooking.
We were cooking, man. A lot of fun. We're gonna keep going up this road just for a little bit longer. Then I think it should turn into more of a 45 mile an hour speed limit, which is what we're gonna like a little bit better on this trip. Yeah, this exhaust is getting pretty hot. It's not glowing red. I've seen them glow red, so looks like you are losing some oil. Okay, well, we got 5 minutes here to let it cool off, and I'll check the oil. Well, we think everything's okay. Brock's bike got a little bit hot, but the pipe wasn't glowing red. He's got a shrink wrap on there, so I'm not sure. It's got a little bit of oil that's spewed out. The engine still has oil in it, so I think we're going to continue, keep going. We'll see what happens. We got a long way to go. Let's go. Well, I hate to say that I called it, but I think I mentioned in a video the one bike I did not put a new chain on was this one. I should have put a new chain on it. All right, I believe we have averted crisis for a few minutes anyway. New chain put on, and I think we are ready to go. It broke at the master link. I'm not sure if the link was just weak or something actually locked it up, but we seem to be good. I took it down the road and back, and we're gonna go see what happens. Yeah, listen. We fucked up. All right, we've made it to Green Bay and Lambeau Field. We're 118 miles into the trip so far. Fairly smooth. A couple issues that we've had. Brock's bike we thought was having some overheating issues. We had to go down a pretty long stretch of 55-mile-an-hour zone, and his bike has a header wrap on it, and it was smoking. There was oil all over the place, and thought maybe, you know, obviously thought had some engine issues, but it turned out that he's got a leaky fork seal. We knew it leaked. I ordered parts. I could not find seals for a CL70, so I bought them for an SL70, thinking that the forks were the same. Just so that you know, they're not. SL70 has a larger diameter fork, and so the seals weren't. Yeah, you've got oil all over. Yeah, his pant leg is all covered in oil, and he's having foot slipping off brake. He's having a heck of a time, but
How we doing?
How you guys doing?
doing just fine.
Man.
The drone to come down.
Oh, okay, all right. No,
Yeah, you're not breaking any laws, but it's just the policy that no drone flying any property.
no, dude.
From Indiana, and we're
No problem.
excited to
Yep,
see
yep,
it.
no problem. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's always good to see them.
Yeah, yeah.
I just make that right away until I take them. Working it all.
And then my bike,
800 miles on the
Classics.
we threw. I threw a chain. I think I mentioned in an earlier video that I was skeptical about the chain on this bike. It was the only one that I didn't change, and sure enough, that's the one that went bad on us. So I think we're good to go for a little while anyway. So.
Those are 70s. I don't know. You'd have to ask him. He's faster.
Oi, welcome
Yeah.
to the Outback.
Welcome to the Outback.
Out back of the north.
It's actually got a pretty killer outdoor venue here with a stage, and so we're gonna go in. We've done 169.5 miles, and we're about, what, 15 miles maybe from our destination for the night.
Sore butts.
And yeah, so I think we're going to go in and get a bite to eat and kind of chill for a minute, and then we got that last little jaunt. All right, final update for Thursday, June 27th. We did 180 miles, a little over 180 miles, not quite 181 today. We just rolled into the Airbnb. It's like 9 o'clock-ish or so in the evening. Good meal. We did not wind up eating at the, what was that called? The Outback. That wound up just being a bar. All they had was frozen pizza. So we wound up going on into Menominee, hopefully I'm saying that right, and found a place called Brothers 3, and pizza and burgers and all that kind of good stuff. Fantastic if you're ever in that area. So, but bikes are all, we've taken all our bags off, put them inside. I've been putting a cable around the bikes just to kind of secure them a little bit. Our house is right on the lake. It's pretty windy out here today. A cute little place here though. Nice deck with seating that looks out over Lake Michigan. Removable dock that they haven't put in this year. I appreciate you guys following along. I know it might not be the most exciting video in the world, but just trying to share a little bit of our adventure with you and kind of bring you along. hopefully you enjoy it too. Get to, you know, I'm not doing a whole lot of ride footage on this. It's just I'm just trying to pull the camera out whenever we stop, or you'll have some reason to do something that's worth showing. So, all right, guys, I think I'm gonna go in, get ready to go to bed for tonight, and we'll pick this up tomorrow. We've got 200 miles to do tomorrow. We're gonna take off early in the morning and do about 100. Get up to Munising, Michigan, to Pictured Rocks, take a boat tour on Lake Superior. And then we get done with that, we've got another 100 miles to go in the afternoon to get to Naubinway. So, like I said, we'll pick this up tomorrow. So how did everybody sleep last night?
Wasn't the best night's sleep.
Wasn't the best night's sleep,
No.
no. It's, yeah. They had
We'll rock with it though.
What's that?
We'll rock with it.
We'll rock with it though. So we've got 100 and we're going to go about 20 miles, get some fuel and some breakfast, and then overall we got about 110 to go to Munising. Then we'll take a boat ride and then do it all over again.
Yes, sir. Yep. That's right.
All right, let's go. We've hit a beautiful spot in the road. It turned to some gravel. We decided to pull over, take a bunch of pictures. Just having a great time. We're about 80 miles in this morning, heading up from, where the hell did we stay? Menominee. We're heading to Munising, to Pictured Rocks this morning. And yeah, J-Bell's we got mosquitoes in this area, don't we, J-Bell?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're thick. We had one little issue with Brock's bike. Right at the 20-mile mark this morning, we stopped to get gas, and as he rolled into the gas station, hit the rear brake, the nut had come off, had vibrated off of the brake stay bolt, and so his brake plate rotated just slightly, but we were able to, luckily I had that bag of hardware and the tools, we were able to get him back up and going again. So yeah, we will continue as we head to Pictured Rocks. This was a beautiful ride through the forest. I'm really glad that Brock found this particular route. It did cut off about 15 miles from our trip, but overall, the experience of riding through the forest, the different riding conditions were good for the guys. It was interesting to watch over the 4 days as I brought up the rear most of the time, and I could watch the riders, and there were some challenging spots through here that were gravel, then some sand and so forth. And it was a joy to watch each one of the guys as their riding ability and comfort level gained through the 4 days. And but this was a super fun trip. We're going to lose the drone here in just a minute. We get going a little bit too fast and it has a hard time following. So it just lets us go. Well, we made it to Munising, Michigan. We're going to stop at Miner's Patsy Kitchen, eat a little bit before we go to Pictured Rocks. Still going well. Had a couple little snafus today. Brock broke off the spin part of the Kickstarter, but luckily the rest of it there, he can just catch it with his foot and kickstart it. Came up to an intersection right before we got into town, and J-Bell had a little issue and bike went down. I think the only thing we really did was bend a turn signal, and scraped the grip. You doing okay?
I'm good.
You're not hurt or anything?
Fine.
Good. All right.
Good.
So far, so Isaac is the only one that hasn't had an issue on this trip, I think, right?
The 160, what year?
Yeah, and he's on the oldest
65
bike.
on the oldest bike.
The bike I built the longest ago. I think I built that bike in like 2013. But yeah, Isaac got some great drone footage when we were, I don't remember what the name of that national forest was. Hey, we're starting to get some sprinkles.
Oh, yeah,
Feel that?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I think we're going to go ahead and get a bite to eat and then go over to Pictured Rocks. All right, guys, we're stopped in Senna, Michigan, and I was doing a short video, and I happened to see a comment somebody made wanting a review on the rain gear. Isaac over here and I both have Frog Togs, and other than maybe having sizes that are one size too big for each of us, they actually are doing their job. They're keeping us dry. J Bill, he says, you know, man, I don't need no rain gear. You know,
J Bill, I know Denim Dan.
he says what do you call that?
Canadian tuxedo.
Canadian tuxedo. Denim on denim, baby.
Denim on denim.
And then what are you wearing?
I got the Nelson Riggs Amazon Special.
Amazon Special.
Same deal. They're too big.
Yeah.
Go a size down. I do currently have sweatpants on that I just bought in Munising underneath these bad boys, and I am feeling good. Alright? Feeling good.
So,
Five thumbs up.
five thumbs up. And I like my Frog Togs. I've actually had this pair for quite some time. So we're headed to Naubinway. We've got another hour or so to go. It's been a light drizzle. I put these covers on the carburetors. I didn't do it until after we left Munising, and it rained the entire time we were on the boat. So I think the carbs were already, the filters were saturated. So the first few miles was kind of rough, but I think we've pulled all the moisture out, and so far we're running down the road. We're doing maybe, it's with traffic with us and everything, we're trying to keep up around 55 or so. But, all right, I will update you guys when we get to Naubinway. Well, good morning from Naubinway, Michigan. It is Saturday morning. As you can tell, it's foggy and rainy. Hopefully the rains will be out of it maybe by noontime, but we're all rain geared up. The boys here, they found a little coffee shop that they are getting something to drink, get their caffeine for part of the day anyway. I get mine from that Pepsi can on top of the toolboxes over there. So far, so good. It's a fantastic trip. We stayed at, I don't know if everybody will see it. Give these guys a shout out. We stayed at the Adobe Hotel. Kind of like a roadside motel, what I would call it. Just a single level, you know, rooms side by side, sharing common walls. Across the street in that building is a snowmobile museum. If you can see that. And unfortunately, it was closed when we got here last night. Oh.
Wild piglets!
Wild piglets! So, I think, was it J Bell gave us a wild piglet name? J Bell give us wild piglets? Yeah, so instead of wild hogs, since we're on little Hondas, we're the wild piglets. But that snowmobile museum, one of you subscribers had obviously been there, said it was kind of cool. We would have definitely checked it out had it been open during the time we're going to be here, but we've just not going to work out in our schedule, unfortunately. So anyway, there you go from Naubinway, Michigan. We're going to get a little bit of coffee in us and head out. Oh, one last thing. We did eat last night at this place in this log cabin looking building called Moo Fin Fries. The moo comes from the beef hamburgers. The fin is for fish, and then obviously fries is fries. Pretty nice little place. The owner that was actually there last night, I think he's there every night. He heard our story, and so he came over and chatted with us at our table, and we got a little bit of his story, so kind of fun. Gotta love a good small town. The gas station down there, we just filled up with fuel. The gas station and this coffee shop, nothing in this town opened up until 7 a.m. on Saturday morning. So it is currently 7:20. All right, we're headed to St. Ignace. Well, the video quality on this is gonna not be very well because I'm just holding my phone in my hand. I'm gonna have to apologize. We have made it to St. Ignace, and we're waiting. We put our name in at a breakfast spot, but as you can tell, it's probably pretty busy around here. Lots of cars. Pretty good sized car show. It has poured down, or not poured down, it has steadily rained the entire morning.
It poured for a bit.
It poured for a bit.
Poured for a bit.
Bikes are bucking and coughing, and they don't like all the moisture, but they're still hanging in there. We're doing about 45 mile an hour or so. A little dicey, you know, one lane, having to let traffic get around us and so forth.
Are you a car guy at all? Car guy? Yeah. Doesn't anything for you?
Oh, we saw this guy yesterday. Yeah, we did. He drove by us.
Oh yeah, that guy did pass us yesterday in that. Yeah. Huh.
I enjoy seeing like older stuff. Yeah. Like some of those up there.
All right.
Yeah. Something like that.
You don't need to look at it. Oh, look at this GTO. Oh, that's a last model of a GTO. We took a little stroll down through the car show and kind of looked to see what they had here, and we got back to the restaurant, and we're over here, the fellas are over there waiting to get a text to let us know it's our turn to go in. Bikes are all tucked over here out of the way, and as we were standing around, I found something over here. Thought it was pretty interesting. I'd love to find the owner, whoever has this. But they got a big GMC pickup. And look what is in the bed. A couple candy red CT70K Zeros. Pretty nice looking bikes. This one looks like it's got original paint. Can't quite tell on that one. Looks like maybe that one's been repainted. Look really nice.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, cool. Well, it's now noon on Saturday, and we are still in St. Ignace. We decided to go ahead and ride out the rain, let it pass. So we stayed up at the breakfast place for a while, enjoyed ourselves, and then we found a laundromat that we could go, and some of the guys needed to dry some of their clothing out, so get a little more comfortable. So they've done that, and I think here in the next 5 or 10 minutes we're going to be heading out. What a car show they've got here. I don't know if I'll be able to. I am a good half mile from, quarter mile anyway, between a quarter and a half away from where we eat breakfast, and it still goes down and around the corner, and lots of cars. So hopefully the sun will shine on the rest of our day. I apologize for the ride footage quality. I did not realize that my camera, the holder had kind of slipped to the right and wasn't filming center, and it had a hard time trying to focus between either that mirror post or whoever was in front of me. So I apologize, but through this next section where I've added this ride footage, especially through the tunnel of trees, it kind of goes in and out of focus, but I decided I wanted to go ahead and include it anyway, just so you could kind of see some of the views. I got 4. How much is it? It's 20? Oh, okay. I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
You know, one at a time?
One at a time, yeah. I mean, we can't just follow behind each other?
No, you go right now.
Oh, one at a time. All right, go ahead, bro. Shit. She's going to give you the signal. Go ahead, Brock. Go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and kill the audio on this section of the video. So much wind noise, and I'm running the video in a faster speed than what we recorded it in, so our voices, we sound like Mickey Mouse talking to each other over the intercom, and you can't really understand us anyway. So just to kind of make it a little more enjoyable for you guys to watch, I'll cut out all that excess noise that's going to be on the screen. As you can see, incredibly foggy that day, but that did not take away from the thrill of riding these little bikes across that bridge together. One of the highlights of the trip, I would have to say. We were a little bit nervous going in, not knowing exactly how windy it was going to be and how the wind would affect, our bikes as we crossed the bridge, but we had zero issues. We were also concerned with any kind of metal grating surface, but the right lane that we stay in the entire time is asphalt, other than a few little sections where you cross over it real quickly. So we were not on the metal grate lane that is the left lane there, which was a huge relief to us. So I'll just let it continue to play out until we get to the end, but I appreciate you guys watching, and what a great trip this was. All right, hey, well, I got you guys on camera. What do you say about that?
That was insane.
That was cool, wasn't it? That was awesome. We just, obviously, we just crossed the Mackinac Bridge. That was quite the view. I tell you what, it was what, 10 degrees cooler in there than I think. Yeah. Yeah. Keep purring, little bike. Keep purring along. So we're at 93 miles for the day. Mr. Coon's Game Cap. I'm really thankful for how well they're holding up. How you doing?
Can I take your guys' picture?
Take our picture?
Yeah.
Sure. Why not? 125 cc. We can do about 55.
Let me just flash it back to my here.
Awesome.
You guys got it, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep, sounds good. So what kind of comm do you guys? Do you have comm in your helmets? Oh, you don't? You don't want to talk to her, huh? Yeah. That's what they make pickups for, isn't it? Hey. Oh, shit, I got a bunch of static. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Yeah. Sure where I left off the last video I made for this segment. We are currently in Empire, Michigan. And there's the bikes over there. We're staying Maple Lane Motel. I'm not really sure what this is called. I don't know if this is Maple Lane, but it's got it shoots right down to lake. Kind of cool. Today was a very uneventful day as far as bike issues. Knock on some wood, this was the first day that we did not have to tinker with anything. And that is a huge relief, not to have any issues, to be able to just jump on the bikes and go. Now we left Naubinway this morning and then went to St. Ignace. Man, the rain was just horrible and not fun at all, but we made it through it. We stayed in St. Ignace probably longer than what we originally had planned, but that worked out really well. The ride across the Mackinac Bridge, fantastic. That was pretty awesome. And then, you know, the rest of the ride down, the only problem is we were on 31, which is, you know, 55, 60 mile an hour, and that's really pushing these little bikes. I hate running them wide open throttle at 55 for that long a stretch, but they've hung in there. We've done 197 miles today. This is our biggest day to date. We did shave off about 20 to 30 miles. You know, we were kind of feeling it. It's starting to drag on. So, you know, we're not trying to prove anything too much. So by cutting off a little bit wasn't a big deal. So, but don't know where I'll pick you off. I'll probably do a little segment in the morning when we get ready to head out. Tomorrow is the last day. We leave here and we head south down M22, I think it is, and head into Muskegon to where our truck's at. So I'll pick it up in the morning.
We got 30 miles to get to Rosie's
Okay.
to gas station is, so there's a gas station in Honor. If we pass that, we're gonna just make it to the mobile Exxon. That's
Okay.
right before Rosie's.
Okay.
But if we have any problems before then, I don't think we'll run out of gas.
I don't think so. And I've got, if somebody does, I've got, you know, almost a gallon extra there. Like there might be a fuel station before we get to the
I'm running out of gas.
Okay.
We're gonna go about a quarter to a half mile that way.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds good. Yep. Oh yeah.
I think we got a car coming, Isaac.
So what were we just saying? We ready to do it again?
We're ready to do it again.
Yeah.
So
just gotta figure a different
We're
route.
32 miles from home, or from the truck, and we're kind of mourning it, I think.
yeah,
Yep.
we're last fuel stop. We're in Hesperia, Michigan, filling up, and like Brock just said, we've got less than 40 miles. Hey, thanks, man. Less than 40 miles to get back to the truck. It has been a fantastic 4 days, right?
Fun.
It's been great. It's been
So-
incredible, honestly.
Yeah.
It has. I really appreciate you guys coming. Where's Isaac back in? He's inside or
In that
something.
porta
Discovered a
john
porta
thing.
potty
Yeah.
in the back. Yeah.
I got to hit that porta potty too. So, but yeah.
Also, big shout out to you. Kept
Oh,
all the
yeah.
bikes running, doing maintenance stuff every
We
morning.
absolutely
know-
would not have made it.
We would have made it about
Yeah.
however how many miles we make before the first thing happened.
Before the chain popped.
Yeah.
60s?
60.
Yeah. Well, that was my own stupid fault because I didn't put a new chain on the bike to begin with. And I actually think, and all the guys that are watching the video, I think I know why that happened. And when I put the new chain on, I made a change, and I think helped. So I'll do that in an update video. We're not going to talk about it right now, but yeah, you know, it's just they're just fun, neat little bikes.
Yep.
and they just chug right along.
And the social interactions because of the little bikes have been really fun.
It has, like you just were, guys were just talking to somebody here, weren't you?
I mean, all the time.
Yeah.
All the time.
I know
And-
Isaac, we stopped this morning just outside of Thompsonville, Michigan, at a place called Rosie's Cafe.
It was good.
It's good.
Would recommend.
And Isaac, I think, had an interaction there with somebody, didn't you? They said, did you guys ride those all the way from Indiana?
Yeah, we keep getting that question over and over.
Yeah.
I think next time we have to. Like, wherever we go next, we got to ride there.
The problem is you gotta take that into account in the 4 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll figure that out.
Yeah. I say we go south.
I think so too. I think a Kentucky route would
Yeah.
be fun.
Do the
I
Cumberland
think
Gap.
Kentucky, yeah, I think that would be fun.
Let's do the Cumberland Gap.
And Isaac, you missed it, but we were saying 4 days is almost like perfect. That's
It is, yeah.
we're still in a great mood, but we're
Yeah.
kind of starting to get.
Yeah.
You can feel the mood shift a little
Yeah,
bit.
I've seen enough of you
Day
guys for
three,
4 days.
Yeah. I think also that we are gonna. I was afraid we were gonna get back at like 10 p.m. and the idea that we're gonna be back to the cars at the shop at 5:30.
It's
Yeah.
so
like,
nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that
Plenty of time to
that
get
gives me
back into
time
the swing
to,
of normal
to
life.
lay and do nothing for
Yeah.
3 hours and make sure I've got groceries and.
All right, before we, just for the camera.
Oh shit.
Oh, you're good, man. Guys, everybody that watched, I really appreciate you following along, and we'll finish this video up when we get back to the truck and we load the bikes up. Thanks.
Oh yeah.
Thanks, guys. We're hopping on 120, which I'm thinking is possibly going to be
A 55
straight south.
straight south?
Yeah.
Okay.
Big island road.
Yeah, so I'm guessing it's gonna be a 55.
Okay. Whatever. This is 20 here.
Yep.
Thank you. Wow, look at this. Holy cow, look at this. What's the car here? These are some big trees came down. Holy shit. Yeah, they're all still down. Hey, who did I give the keys to the truck to? I hope that some bitch is still here. Yeah. I see you, little red. I see. Well, the rack is still in it. Don't blow her up now, J-Bill. I guess if you're going to, now's the time. Oh my goodness. I don't know if you guys can see that, but little red truck, we made it back. 143 miles today. Wow. So that's about 730 for the trip, I think.
I think we're gonna get back on the ferry and loop around again.
Yeah, one more time. Well, guys, I think I'm gonna call that the end of this adventure. We got them all loaded up, ready to go. I'm not gonna film on the way home. I appreciate everybody following along, commenting. Hope you enjoyed the journey. I know the four of us sure did. And I guess we'll see you on the next one, because I got a feeling these guys want to do this again. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the video as much as we enjoyed making the video and doing the ride. We had a great time. So I want to touch on a few things to wrap this up. First of all, we'll talk about rider safety. Now, I didn't feel like it really at any point during the ride, us as riders were in any real danger. Now, that's not to say we didn't have a couple sketchy moments. The first one was Saturday morning when in the rain, we had left Naubinway and we were riding to St. Ignace. We're doing maybe 45, close to 50 mile an hour. And all of a sudden, well, Isaac was leading, I was second. And all of a sudden, a fawn darts across right in front of Isaac, maybe only about 15 feet in front of him. That was kind of spooky. I'm not going to lie. It puts you on high alert as to, okay, is there anything else, any other deer that are going to, try and cross the road? So we did have that instance. Really about the only other thing that I can think of that, maybe put a little thought into our heads was anytime that we were on a really high mile per hour road, 55 or plus, especially in the rain, and we've got cars lining up behind us. Thank goodness we had communication in our helmets that we could, talk to each other that, okay, everybody, hey, line up, we're going to get off here, or there's a passing lane coming up. Typically, if there was only one or two cars behind us and we thought that something was coming up that they might be able to pass, we would just keep rolling and, let them pass when the opportunity came. At times, we had a train behind us of 10 or 12 cars, and, we tried to be considerate. We didn't want to hold everybody up. So when, whoever was in the very back would kind of keep an eye on that and communicate with everybody else. And when we got to a spot that we could pull over safely and get out everybody's way, we would do that, let them all pass, and then we would jump back out there. But honestly, as far as safety is concerned, I hopefully the other three guys don't feel that they were ever in any real danger. Probably the most danger they were put in was with my bad driving in the pickup on the way up and on the way back. I had, on the way up there and on the way back, I had one instance each direction where I lost concentration. I just wasn't focused or something. And I didn't really put us in too much way of harm, we weren't that close to a wreck or whatever. But that was probably the only shaky part of the whole thing was my bad driving. Sorry about that, guys. Didn't mean to spook you like that. What else do we want to talk about? There were lots of comments before we left about insects and bugs and those sorts of things. We really didn't run into a whole lot. There is drone footage, when we were in the Hiawatha National Forest where you can see me doing this, trying to get rid of mosquitoes. And they were there, the only time they really bothered you is if you were sitting still. Obviously, when we were rolling, it wasn't a problem. But that is the only time that I think we had any kind of bug issue. We did see on Sunday morning when we were outside of Empire, when we woke up, there were mayflies that were all over cars and the walls of the hotel, but they didn't affect us at all. We didn't have an issue with that. So bugs and flies and insects were really not an issue. Now, to go back to that Hiawatha National Forest, we originally planned to have this trip cover around 750 miles. We finished 717. On the day that we went through that forest, the original plan was to take roads. I think we were going up to Munising. We could either go up and over to Munising or across and then up. Well, Brock found a route that went diagonally through the Hiawatha National Forest, and thank goodness he did. That was a beautiful ride on gravel roads. Isaac was able to get his drone out, and it followed us. But it cut about 15 miles off of that trip that particular day. So that one shortened it a little bit. And then on Saturday, I guess it would have been, we'd started in Naubinway, St. Ignace. We got around to Traverse City. And from Traverse City to where our hotel was, close to Empire, we could have taken a longer, curvier route. But we decided, you know what? Beeline it. We'd been through so much rain and everything that day. We were just ready to get to the resort. Maple Lane Resort was the name of that place. So that cut a good maybe 12 to 15 miles off of our trip. So that's why our mileage wound up being a little less than what we originally anticipated. The security guard at Lambeau Field, super nice guy. Glad he was nice. If you didn't catch it in the video, he makes a comment that we weren't breaking any laws, but it was against their regulations to have a drone up in the air around Lambeau. So we got that down pretty quickly. We did get a little bit of footage from that, so that was great. Isaac, again, thank you for bringing that drone. That was pretty cool to have that. Let's see, anything else I wanted to touch on? Interactions with people were just fantastic. Having the Indiana license plates on the bike spurred a lot of conversation. I think, obviously people would think we rode the bikes all the way from Indiana. And, obviously that wasn't the case, but they didn't know that. But then that would spur conversations, and it was so much fun. So many old guys we run into. Oh yeah, I remember having one of these in the day, type of thing. And we had great memories of just different people stopping us. We were eating breakfast one morning, and this guy walks in the door. And he looks at us and he goes, the size of the balls on you guys, he's talking about, because he thought we had ridden them all the way from Indiana. That was pretty funny. But I'm just kind of rambling at this point. If you guys have any questions or anything you want to ask, anything that I may have missed out, hit me up. But again, we had a great trip. Again, Brock, Isaac, and Jake, thank you very much for allowing me to be part of this and allowing me to travel with you. We will have a few more videos. This won't be the only video. I will cover some of the mechanical issues in other videos. We'll go over each bike, what went wrong and what didn't go wrong on each bike. We'll do a video that covers the tools, what we used, what we didn't use. Did I pack anything I probably didn't need? All those sorts of things. So there'll be more videos than this. Just kind of keep an eye on the channel. So anyway, guys, have a great day. We'll see you on the next one. Thanks.